my god! Time, damn it. Alright, I got it in time. Alright, there we go. I don't know what is the problem, but it's an echo, and I forgot to mute sound. I'm sorry, I apologize if your eardrums are kind of like, exploding by now. But guys, I got some interesting shit I want to talk about. First of all, I uploaded a new video on my main channel. I'll link you guys, annotation at the bottom like normally. It's a Jimmy video. I haven't made one in a while, kind of want to. And plus, I kind of just bought a new item for PvP, so, kind of getting excited. Getting back into that mindset of PvP world PKing. So, I'm 75 mil now. Point 1. Well, 75 mil, 100,000 experience. Okay, 75 mil, 100,000, 34,000 experience to be exact. Yes, I memorized that number from last night. I got like 75 mil last night, and then kind of just like dozed off because really tired. So, but tonight I probably won't doze off because I got my, more than average of like 3 to 4.5 hours of sleep last night. I slept for like 8 hours last night. Woke up this morning like tired and drowsy. That's what happens when you're so used to like, very little sleep. Then you get like a lot of sleep, and then your system is all jogged. It's kind of like eating at KFC for like a year, but then like going to like a different restaurant. Although there was somebody who ate at KFC for an entire year, and he was probably like, I think they showed a picture of him, and he was like probably about 3 sizes of me. So that gets an understanding that do not eat at KFC for an entire year, because then you'd be 3 sizes of me, and that's pretty big. Alright, but like I was saying, you guys can watch my new Runescape video at that annotation. Otherwise, I'm about to make upload new The Nightmare H video in a few. Talking about the old style of Runescape and stuff like that. But as for some stuff that some people want me to really talk about is primarily on how did I start out like on RuneScape and get really to my character the way it is. Because, I'm making a whole bunch of vlogs, and I'm talking about some, a lot of topics, but I'm not really talking so much more about how I really started my character. And I made my character, and this was back in the old RuneScape when you were basically a scavenger. If you wanted an item, you couldn't go to the GE. There was no GE, okay? Damn it, I kind of, forgot what RuneScape really looked like without the GE. Like, I think it was just a wall or something. It's really hard to really picture what RuneScape was like without the GE. But, if you wanted to buy something, you had to go on the forums. Well, that's depending what item you wanted to buy. I bought my red Halloween mask on the forums. I met somebody in person, and, back then it was a good way to meet new people. I have somebody on my friends list that I bought my D chain from, my first dragon chain body ever. I paid 16 mil. And I, started talking to the person, and he was getting a whole bunch of 99s, and I'm like, hey, you know what, I should get 99 cooking. But I really started off on RuneScape killing those hill giants and banking their bones. Now, this is not a really good way to make moolah, but it's really how I started making moolah. Is little by little, I would kill hill giants and bank their bones. Now, to get 1,000 would be 400k back then. Yeah, big bones back then were 400 each. I don't know the price of them now. They're probably a little more. But back then, they were 400 each. So, and then I remember back then, every, inventory, I would be, selling big bones. And every single time I would trade with somebody, I would make money easily. I really didn't necessarily have to bank 1,000, but now it makes sense to bank 1,000, So really started doing that, then got tired, like I said, really, after my first 99. Started fishing for a while, fishing sharks, and then I was like, yeah, this is kind of retarded. Then took, some time off, come back, and all hell broke loose. The GE was installed, my red Halloween mask went from 45 mil to 16 mil. I was pissed. I didn't know what to do. I was like, fuck. There was a trade limit, and it kind of really sucked. I remember actually finding out the first day that there was a trade limit, because I was fishing. I logged back on RuneScape, and I was fishing lobsters, and I had like 900 lobsters. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get 1,000 lobsters and sell it. So I got 1,000 lobsters. I went on the forums, and at the time when I was selling lobsters, like this was before the GE. Raw lobsters were worth I think like $225 or $250. So I went on the forums and I posted a thread on there saying selling 1K raw lobsters for $250K. And I remember a guy, I met a person in Cathay Bay, and he traded me. And I remember on the bottom it said trade limit, and I'm like, what the hell is this thing? And I put in my thing in my lobsters, and it said worth like $320K. I'm like, holy shit! And then he offered like $250K, and then he offered some unfinished potions that were like junk and stuff. So then I accepted it. So in a way, I didn't really get scammed. I just didn't know what the fuck it was. It's kind of like you see the trade limit, and I really didn't know what it was. But to honestly say, that's really how I got my RuneScape character going, is big bones, little shit like that. Then, of course, after I came back and started playing again, started doing bowstrings, fletching, stuff like that. But really, when you get your RuneScape character going, look into the simplest things for money. And I mean, I trained at Hill Giants from like level 40, I believe, to like level 80. Then I went over to the Ogres and started training at them. And then I went to a Warriors Guild and got my level to like 102. Then from 102 to 115, I trained at Dragons and made a whole bunch of moolah, like 50 mil. But if I trained there now, I would make like a double. Because back then, 2 Dragon Bones were 2.2K. Now they're fucking like 5K. Holy shit. I would have made a hell of a lot more money if I was there today. So, my suggestion is go what your combat, do what you want to do. But now there's so much things you can do on RuneScape if you really think about it. You can fish, you can do fletching, you can do a whole bunch of other things. You don't necessarily have to do combat. But for me, I started out doing combat, and that's probably why I don't want to do combat anymore. Because I think the majority of people who start out skilling, like for example, my friend Stockkeeper, he has 99 fletching and he's getting 99 cooking, and he says, Nightmare, skilling sucks, I want to do combat. And I think if maybe I started out as a skiller, I would probably would want to do more combat. But I started out as somebody who would wanted to really fuck shit up. And then now I'm just a hooba fletching machine. But guys, to be honest, I think it's more about how you kind of like finish RuneScape, or not really finish so much, but are like on RuneScape now. Like, I don't really think it matters so much about how you began RuneScape or how you started it. It matters more about what you're doing now. And if you're doing something a little messed up, then oh well. But right now I want to go my email address and read off some hooba questions. It's asknightmareorange@yahoo.com. I have a lot of emails, so if you guys sent me some piffy short little emails, be patient please, because I have tons. First hooba question, where is it? There it is. What do you think would be faster? Cutting mage logs from 95 to 99 WC, or fishing sharks from 95 to 99 fishing? Give me a shout out, RS name, doing space your space mummy. I highly doubt that's your RuneScape username. It would be kind of funny if it was, but yeah. I probably got that from Ray William Johnson. Let me see. Cutting logs or fishing sharks, what would be faster? I've never cut mages before, but I'm pretty sure fishing is faster just because at the fishing colony, there's more shark respawns points. Like, when you're cutting mages, a lot of the mage trees are very far away from the bank. And once a mage tree disappears, you gotta either wait for another one to respawn, and if they all disappear, then you're pretty much screwed for like a couple minutes. But at the fishing colony, if one shark thing disappears, another one respawns. So I say fish sharks. That's, my suggestion. Moving on. Do you think RuneScape will ever change the skill cape emotes? RS username, PKing for the number 4 and then life. Okay. This email was sent to me March 24th. So, yeah. They did change the emotes. Did I think they would ever change the emotes? Hell no! Did I really want them to? In a way, not really, but some of the emotes are actually really cool looking, the skill, the emotes. But otherwise, I had no clue they were going to. It was a shock, for me. But then again, Jagex changes a lot of stuff all the time, so, oh well. Nothing is a shock to me anymore. Ever since the Climbing Boots update came out, nothing is a shock anymore. I'm just waiting for the day that a God Sword goes from like 90 mil down to like 10 mil. And then they release something saying, oh, we felt like this should be this much. All hell would break loose on that day. Holy shit. We must repair the bunkers, motherfuckers. Oh my god. Whew. Yeah. Anyways, if you got anything for me, guys, leave it in a nasty, dirty little comment. Otherwise, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.